Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good vibes, good energy, good people. It's your boy Mickey Fenty, aka Mickey Made It. If you're new to this channel, you know what to do to this channel. Subscribe right now. Also, if you want to support my brand, it's inspiredbydreams.shop. And that's the spot where you can go, dress outside of the box. Okay. Today's episode I wanted to bring to you because this conversation has been going around in these YouTube streets with the late argument between Fat Joe and Lord Jamar. And I just wanted to bring some kind of unity within this and let people know that there's all of these little culture back and forth things that we all have and we all share the same back and forth. Let's bring it all together. Today we're talking about Puerto Ricans and Dominicans, their differences and their similarities. Let's get it.
Mickey made it. Mickey made what you made, Mickey.
I used to get really mad when people used to tell me like, oh, you don't look Puerto Rican, you're dark skinned. I'm just like, what is a Puerto Rican supposed to look like? There are all types of people from all different types of places, and you're telling me because I'm dark skinned, I can't be Puerto Rican? They be like, you're not fully Puerto Rican. I'm sorry, you're telling me what I am and what I'm not? I'm fully Puerto Rican, right? Parents are both Puerto Rican. I remember one time,
and I just want everybody to know before we go any further, culture is deeper than complexion. We got to get past that. Let's keep the love and just keep these conversations going and bring us closer instead of dividing us. Let's get it.
In high school, a girl, she was talking about me in Spanish, and her locker was right next to mine, and I was just listening to everything she was saying. She's just yapping on there about how she doesn't like me and whatever. And I let her be. When she finished talking about me, I was like, ¿Qué fue lo que tú dijiste? And she just stood at me like, she didn't know I spoke Spanish. Good. Have that mystery. I'm happy I surprised you. Because, like, why are you talking? Why are you talking about me? But even, like, as an adult, like, I tell someone I'm Puerto Rican, they're just like, for real? Like, fully? Yes, fully Puerto Rican. You're not Dominican? I love my Dominicans, but I'm not Dominican. You're not black? I'm not black. You sure you're not mixed? You're not black and white? I'm not black and white. I'm Puerto Rican. You sure? It doesn't get me mad. Like, it honestly doesn't even get me mad. But it's just like, you're dumb. You're dumb. Stop saying the statement of like, a Puerto Rican is supposed to look a certain way, or a person supposed to look a certain way because they're from a certain place. Shut up. Ignorant. Yeah, ignorant for that. Ignorant.
If you can see that I'm visibly a black person, why are you asking me that I'm black, right? I'm visibly a black person. When I tell you that I'm not black, it's because I want you to understand that I'm not black American. I'm Dominican, okay? Don't erase my Dominican identity by calling me black, which to me, honestly, is stupid. Saying that you're black does not erase your Dominican identity. Blackness is not limited to the United States of America. Black people exist globally. And people will argue with that too. No, because if somebody's Jamaican, they say they're Jamaican. Somebody's from Ghana, they're going to say they're Ghanaian, or they're going to say they're Kenyan. But I've never met a Kenyan person to tell me, no, I'm not black. They're able to tell you, I own my blackness, I'm proud of my blackness, and yes, I'm Kenyan. That is my national identity. That's my ethnicity, my heritage.
This is where it gets crazy to me, because I can confidently tell the difference between a Puerto Rican and a Dominican just from how they look. But why? We have the same exact mix. We're both indigenous Taino, Spanish, and from the same West African countries like Congo, Nigeria, mixed together. We got the same mix. How did we come out different? Because we did. Because I could tell the difference. I can.
And before somebody says something ignorant like Dominicans are darker,
first of all, no.
Second of all, okay, give me a black Dominican and a black Puerto Rican. and I could tell you which is which. I know.
For those of you confused by this video, those on the boat are Dominicans trying to make it into Puerto Rico. And a lot of comments are saying that's illegal. That's true, but here's something you might not know. That kind of travel between the two islands was very common hundreds of years ago, before colonization. See, the indigenous ancestors of Puerto Ricans and Dominicans were cousins, quite literally. This study, published at the end of last year, looked at human remains of indigenous people on both islands. And the DNA showed that an individual in La Española, which is now Dominican Republic in Haiti, that individual had a cousin in Puerto Rico. Researchers say that means that the natives of the Caribbean islands used to travel back and forth by canoe regularly. One researcher said the water is like a highway. So yeah, before colonizers came and claimed these islands as theirs, the people who lived there were literally relatives who stayed connected.
I keep on answering this question in the comments, so let me break it down for you. I would not be considered Habal because my features are not distinctly Afro. I have ambiguous features. I have intermediate black features. If you understand how you inherit your features, your melanin, your hair texture, your eye color, all of that, when you inherit it, you can inherit it in a way that is co-dominant, which creates these intermediate type looking people like myself. What people would generally call me in Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, and Cuba, and I'll speak for the Caribbean because I don't know them other countries in Latin America, they would usually call me trigueña. They would call me morenita, negrita. But they wouldn't call me jabal, they wouldn't call me negra straight up, and they wouldn't call me morena straight up. The ita says, there's black in you, but not unambiguously. Now let's give some examples of people who are trigueña, morenita, or negrita. Zoe Saldaña would be considered trigueña, morenita, or negrita, but she would not be considered jabal. Lauren Velez would also be considered trigueña, morenita, negrita. Tatiana Ali, on the other hand, would just be morena or negra. Christina Milian would be considered trigueña, negrita, morenita. Juju, on the other hand, is negra or morena. Ice Spice is jabal. What distinguishes trigueña versus morenita, negrita, negra, morena, or jabal is usually the color of your skin, how dark you are, how light you are, what your features look like, what's the texture of your hair, a bunch of shit. And when I talk about Afro features, I'm talking about West and Central African features, where most of the Afro descendants that we have come from. Yes, I know that there are other African features that we could have inherited, but we know traditionally what Afro features mean. And just to make it super duper clear, all of these words still mean that you black. Blackity black, black. Black as the black on this street.
The difference between indigenous, not Latino, not Hispanic, Latino doesn't mean anything. It's like an American, someone who was born in America saying that I'm American. What does that mean? Are you a white American? Are you a black American? Are you a Native American? And Hispanic, that was a European term created by Europeans. I'm going to categorize myself with the same people that subjugated, enslaved, stole, raped, murdered, pillaged my people? No. When I wear that t-shirt that says indigenous, not Latino, I wear that pin, or I have a conversation with someone, I'm not telling them that they should use indigenous if they don't believe in it, but I encourage them to do the soul searching and the educational work that goes behind it in order to figure out if whether or not that's a good term to use for themselves. So for me, it's about, I'm going to reclaim my indigeneity, and I'm going to say that
First of all, as a Dominican, God forbid if I ever went to anybody's house, including my aunts, grandmas, it don't matter, and open their fridge.
Ooh, girl, that's a hot take. I would never either.
Like, you do not go to no one's house and open the fridge. So the moms that just let their kids go rampage. Number two, now that you already went in my fridge and you got yourself an ice cream, right?
Hey, bitch.
You got yourself an ice cream. Enjoy your ice cream. But no, they want more. There's one ice cream, 2 ice creams, 3 ice creams, 4. And so you ate my whole box of ice creams or yogurt, and the mom doesn't say nothing about it.
The mom's just sitting there, or the dad just sitting there not saying nothing. Oh, hell no.
Hey, fun fact. People that look like me could actually speak Spanish fluently, because people that look like me could be fully Hispanic. Did you know that? So, next time you go out to the store and you see me speaking to someone in Spanish, Don't come up to me and say, "You speak good Spanish. Where'd you learn it?" As if I couldn't possibly be Hispanic and learned it as a child. Translation: there are people who have darker skin who speak Spanish. There are darker Hispanics. So let's be more aware and stop telling darker Hispanics that they speak good Spanish. It's almost like telling a fish it swims really good for fish.
You know, I'm hoping somehow people could get a better understanding on why I made this video, just to show people that in every culture we all have our differences, and sometimes just because you hear cultures talking about back and forth about each culture doesn't necessarily make it racist. And I'm from New York City, and out here, you know, Black Americans, Black people, and Spanish people, we're all one, man. It's too late for you guys to rewire that. It's just something that we grew up together and we found our similarities already. And in each culture, we always have different sets of people that think just to go to the differences. And as we can see, you can't just mix complexion with somebody's culture. And but people, we got to get past that. So I hope you guys could have a better understanding within this. And if you have any questions or any comments, leave them down below, or you can talk to me on my morning show, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 9 a.m. Till next time, it's your boy Mickey Fenty, aka Mickey Made It. If you're new to this channel, you know what to do to this channel. Subscribe,